Hey guys, it's RockTheGolem. As I mentioned in the Loot Crate unboxing for both April and March, I did go ahead and purchase a subscription for the Firefly Cargo Crate. So one did come in the mail from last month, or kind of a mid-of-the-month type thing. Like, the Loot Crate seems to come, and then a couple of weeks later, the Firefly one came. But this crate looks pretty damn awesome. The only thing I'm kind of ticked off about is that apparently it wasn't handled very well. This is the very first box I've ever gotten where there is damage to the box itself, like you can see especially here. It looks like the box was actually like slid along the floor or something like that, like it wasn't actually properly secured. So I'm a little upset about that, but hey, things happen. I'm not here for the box, like, even though these boxes are pretty cool, I'm here for the swag inside. Speaking of swag, I did mention in the April and March Loot Crate unboxing that it came with a Loot Crate membership card. I did some looking online and I figured out what that was for. As I said before, primarily it is bragging rights. It's basically to be able to go around and say to people, hey, look, I belong to Loot Crate. It doesn't really do anything for you currently. There are plans for it in the future that they have yet to enact. But as of right now, it's bragging rights, and the other thing that you can do with it is if you're ever at a convention or someplace where there's a booth set up for Loot Crate, and you come across them, if you show it to them, you can actually get some pretty cool free stuff from the booth. And every so often, I don't think they've done one in a while, but if you show your Loot Crate card online and like tag it on Instagram or Twitter, they might run a little contest with like, oh, we'll give some free stuff, or we'll give a shout out to someone. So they'll do stuff like that, but you need to have that card for it. So it's pretty cool. Like I said, it doesn't do a whole lot, but having it does give a little extra bonus, and they do have some plans for it in the future, although they haven't said what. But anywho, I digress. Let's get to this Firefly Cargo Crate. But before we do, there's something I need to do first.
Jane, the man they call Jane.
Okay, now I'm ready. Alright, so my understanding is that the first round of these crates, as they come out, are all going to be centered around a specific character from the main cast. This month's appears to be Kaylee. And I know some of you probably already know this. The crate's been out for a couple of weeks. I am late on it. I apologize. Next month is supposed to be Jane, so I swear to God, if another hat comes in there, I'm going to be so pissed. But anywho, let's take a look at what Kaylee's has to offer. Oh, I don't want to take this out of the bag, but this is so cute. It's a little stuffed teddy bear. And it's got Kaylee's little, like, grease monkey uniform on him. That's pretty cool. And it's got the little blue flower and everything. I might actually end up giving this to my nephew. He's only about 2 months old, so he won't be able to appreciate it yet. But the fact of the matter is that, I'm a geek, my brother's a geek. I have a feeling that if we're able to, my nephew will definitely grow up knowing about Firefly and knowing about the magic of the show and how awesome the characters were. I've already given him a stuffed Snorlax as his first Pokemon. Being the fact that my brother and I are both very big guys, he may as well have a big plushie Pokemon to play with as his first Pokemon. He'll be used to it. But no, this is very cute. I think I might end up giving this to him. And that being said, I'm definitely going to leave it sealed because I want it to stay as fresh and clean as possible until I can get it into his 2-month-old hands. Yeah, but that's awesome, so I'm going to put that up to the side. Alright, up next we have this little tiny box. What are you guys? Cubits, huh? PVC figure. I have never seen these before, actually. I know they do have, like, the bigger figurines and everything. And it does look like you can get pretty much any member of the cast on these. No idea who. Alright, let's take a look at it. And the tab is already ripped. Fantastic. It's tough being a big ogre. I swear to God, they give you these little packages. I got these big hands, and they expect me to be all like delicate and finesse my way into these things. I just want to rip the stupid thing open. All right, what do we got? There's a certain irony behind this. It's actually Jane. I wish he had a hat on. I could just keep him right here on the desk next to me. Oh, but that is so cool. All right, he actually the packaging's already open on this one, so I may as well take him out and show him to you full on. Look, if I hold him right there on camera, it's almost like it's him wearing the hat. Alright, screw. That is pretty cool and pretty cute. I do like the idea of having... Oh, his head's like... Sorry. I entertained myself. I do like the idea of having different sized figures like this, because once I do end up having enough things to display, it will be cool to have, the bigger things in the background and larger things in the foreground. just to make a little bit of dimensionality with what it is that I'm displaying. So having smaller figurines like this is pretty awesome, and I would love to actually get more of these things. You literally can get, if you look on the back, the entire cast. So that's pretty cool. I really got to learn how to hold things up to the camera and make it so that you guys can actually see them, as opposed to being like, oh, which way do I go? I'll figure it out eventually, I promise. Okay, speaking of figurines, this is the big thing that they were kind of advertising for this box. QM Mini Masters figurines, and this one is Kaylee herself. Holding the parasol, still in her Grease Monkey outfit. Let's pop this open and take a look at it. Ooh, this is actually quite intricately packaged. Huh, this could take a second. They've got to, like, vault it inside this thing. Don't worry, we can liberate her. We have the technology. Why is it that I can't finesse a box with my bare hands, but you put a weapon in my hand and all of a sudden I can, you know, precision slice into anything? I don't know. Personally, I think it's a good trait to have, but that's just me. All right. Whoa. Okay, this is coming apart in pieces here. And the base is already slid out of its packaging. All right. So we've got a little hexagonal base there, complete with the description of what figurine it is that we have. And we have Kaylee herself. Huh. You know, it doesn't exactly look like Kaylee, you know, Jewel State, whatever it is you want to call her, but, you know, that is a very nice-looking figurine. They did a really good job on the detail work with that. And I do apologize, my camera is set to autofocus for a change, to see if that would maybe help, but it doesn't appear to be doing too much. So let us slide this. Oh, okay. If you take a look, there's actually like a little split in the back of her hair there. So, because the way her hands are positioned, if you look at them, whatever she's holding was going to go like right through her neck almost. So, which was literally what this is basically doing. That's a very smart design, I think, is they made it so that, you know, a portion of the figurine itself, like a natural structure of the figurine, is actually serving a purpose and not just being part of the decoration. This is actually kind of like relatively soft rubber almost. There we go, little bit of force behind it. Not too much, but just enough. Let's see, on the back they have the split on the red there. Oh, it's actually different. The colors are not precisely the same. The split in the red would be a little further over, if you look on the box there. So it really apparently doesn't matter what direction the umbrella is facing. And then last but not least, we mutilate her feet by putting them on the pegs of the stand. Okay, one foot apparently fits one peg better than the others. Well, than the other, rather. She only has 2 feet and 2 pegs. So, there we have it. Our Kaylee Frye figurine that we've been waiting so long to get in this loot crate. I like it. And the fact that there's actually going to be an entire cast of these characters is pretty phenomenal. This is kind of cool, and I'll probably actually never end up using these. If I do, it'll probably be much further down the line. But we've got some Kaylee's Parasol drink umbrellas. They could probably be reused, but I feel like once you put them into a drink, the wood starts to wear and, like, soaks up whatever it is you put it into, and it gets really soft. So I probably wouldn't actually end up using these unless I knew I was okay to part company with them, maybe for a special occasion or something like that. But for now, these are probably going to stay packaged. They're still pretty cool, though. I like the fact that they took the design of Kaylee's actual parasol when she was on Persephone, and actually put them into, a marketable product like that. So that's pretty awesome. All right, we got a bumper sticker in here, exported from Persephone. Handsome looking sticker. Don't know if I'll ever end up using it. Who knows? Maybe once I actually finish building my geek room, or setting up my geek room rather. Once I have a place where I can make one. Maybe I'll put that up somewhere, but that's pretty cool. All right, looks like this one comes with a pin as well. Everything's shiny, Captain, is what that actually says. There you go. Everything's shiny, Captain, which is pretty much Kaylee's catchphrase when it comes to talking to Mal about anything having to do with Serenity being, falling apart in the middle of space. Again, with her parasol design in the background, so that's pretty awesome. Oh, it actually came with 2 pins. This one looks like it's the official cargo crate, a founder's pin. But as you can see, it is actually the Serenity itself, basically, flashing its ass at the Goran Law. Its ass doesn't look quite as big as it does in the show, but it is a nice pin. For something like this, where it is like an exclusive thing, and you know it's limited. I'm assuming it's limited edition. It is for the founders of the cargo crate. This one I probably won't take out of the package. I'll probably hold on to this for a while. All right, we've got a couple. Let me try that again in English. Couple of different cards in here now. Let me see. We got the Firefly Cargo Crate. It actually just says that right there on the card itself. Ooh, it's a message from Loot Crate. It says, "Dear Browncoats, thank you for joining our crew. The first Firefly Cargo Crate will be headed your way soon." Huh. But as our way of saying thank you for being one of our founders, we're sending you this gift. Wear it with pride. See you in the world, the Firefly Crate crew. Based on the way they talk about it on the card and the description and everything, I'm going to assume that the founder's pin that we just took a look at is what this was referring to. I actually, despite the fact that it's like, oh, the crate is coming soon, I already have the crate. We're in the process of unboxing it for everyone to see. So the fact that they decided to put everything together is something I appreciate. And here we have a card for Firefly the game. Find a crew, find a job, keep flying. Looks like its own standalone game. It's not like a rendition of, you know, Monopoly or anything like that. At least it doesn't appear to be. But at the same time, this is really just an advertising card. There's nothing, you know, fancy about it. There's no promotion. There's no offer. There's no freebie for being a subscriber to the cargo crate or anything like that. So this is just something they threw in there, nothing really big behind it. Here we go. Now we have some original Firefly concept art by Timothy Earls in a nice, handy little envelope. Let us take a look at these. Wow, okay, so it looks like what we actually have here are some early sketch concepts of a Reaver ship from Firefly, back from, this one's dated February 7th of 2002. This one doesn't have an actual date on it, but it is back from 2002 as well. So we have bottom and top plans for one of the Reaver ships. That is pretty cool looking. And it looks like we have actuated talons with a core actuator. So that was going to be like the weapon at the bottom of the Reaver ship. And that would have gone out, I'm assuming, and grabbed on to other ships. Let's see. Okay, so basically what would happen is it would be propelled out, it would hit the hull of its target, the actuator would be pushed in, and that would actually cause the talons around the side to release into the hull of the ship that it was targeting. That is really cool, actually. Like, I do love the Reavers. They are really awesome, and those blueprints are pretty amazing to take a look at. I'm not sure if that ship in particular was used in Firefly or Serenity, but now I'm going to have to look for it and see, because that is pretty awesome. And of course, as always, we do have the magazine in there. Founding Crew Member Edition. Exclusive interview with Jewel State, so I'll have to read that. See, maybe I must be wrong. Maybe I ordered my cargo crate too late, because this one actually has pictures of people with that exclusive pin and the card and everything, the founder's pin. They've got pictures of it themselves wearing it. They've got pictures of it with the card. So I'm going to assume that, you know, because I ordered it late, it just decided to come with everything else. But hey, no big deal. As far as those little mini figurines go, while it's true that you can get any one of the cast members, it looks like this crate was only either going to be Jane or Simon. So I'm actually really glad I got Jane. Not that I'm knocking Simon or anything like that, but Jane is my favorite character in the whole show. So I'm very happy for that. Oh, I missed a couple things. Literally, a couple, as in two. We have a couple of Persephone Gateway to the Rim cards. Loot Crate Silverhold. Remove from play to use. Draw a card. Oh, you know what? This is for that Firefly game I was talking about in the other the postcard. It's two different cards. I've never played the game before. One is Loot Crate Silverhold, which has like a little crate on it. The other one is the Fruity Odie Bar from the movie Serenity. So those are in there. I feel like I need to move my camera closer. Again, that'll be done on the remodel when it comes through. But that's pretty cool. They did throw in some freebie for the game. I'm assuming these cards are probably exclusive to the Loot Crate, because they do, well, one of them says Loot Crate on it. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. Oh, you know what? I actually didn't even notice this before. The exported from Persephone bumper sticker, I guess you could say, is on the side of the box as well. So technically, I got 2 of them. This one's already attached, and I'm not taking it off, so that's kind of cool. The little added bonus. And I'm actually kind of torn on this one because, yes, there is like a really cool outside to the box, but there is, just as before, there is a thematic inside as well. Let's check it out and see what you guys think. All right, so there are some designs on this. It's, you know, pretty, in my opinion, it's actually kind of mundane compared to everything else, and I think it's really almost meant to be more of an internal thing than anything. It is obviously reversible, just like all the other Loot Crate boxes. But we have, you know, document, share, and enjoy on the back there. What should be considered the front lid, we just have like a plain kind of pattern design. Very similar on the sides as well, almost like the wall design of inside the ship. On one side, though, on the long side, we do have the cows that were seen in the ship when they were bringing it to another planet. And we also have, on the bottom, we have the transport that they were riding on at the beginning of Serenity. You know, we've got some cargo, we've got some things in the hold. But to me, it's kind of awkward to see it like this, because this was the bottom on the inside, and this was the side wall, so I think it makes more sense to see this on the ground of the inside of the box and to see this being part of the inside wall. Let me flip it back around and show you guys what I mean. All right, so now we've got it flipped back around to the way it was. So the Exported from Persephone sticker is back on the outside, which again is another reason which leads me to believe that this really shouldn't be flipped inside out, because I feel like that would be on the other side if that was the case. But take a look at the inside of the crate now. It almost looks like you're looking down into the cargo hold. Again, there's the transport, there's the cargo, some barrels, and there are your cows right there. But if you look at it, it actually looks like you might be on the catwalk above the hold of Serenity itself. And then this is just, you know, the lid that they kind of toss up there. You know, there's your document, share, and enjoy. And to be honest with you, it just feels like there were, like, it is intricate on the design on the inside, but it feels like more time, effort, and thought was actually put into the design of the exterior of the cargo crate. And for me personally, that's just the way I choose to look at it. I don't know if that's the case or not. Obviously, it is reversible. You can have it the other way. But personally, I like it looking like this, and that's the way I'm going to leave it. Speaking of leaving it, that's going to do it for this Loot Crate episode. I can't wait to get this thing off my head. It's 75 degrees outside. I can only imagine how warm it is in here, and I am baking my brain right now. I'm going to pack Kaylee back up into her box and keep her in storage until I can get my geek room ready. And that teddy bear is definitely going to go to my nephew. But as far as the cargo crate goes, that's going to do it for this one, and I can't wait to get into Jane's next month. Like I said, favorite character. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching. If you liked what you've seen and heard, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And having said all that, I will see you all on the other side. Take care.